All right. What I'm about to say has never been said before, so I hope you enjoy this. And this is my understanding of the truth of where we come from. This is called the Star Elf Seeding, the True Human Origins. So breathe deep, because this is the chord few have ever dared to say out loud. When we talk about the Fae, the Elves, the Tuatha De Danann, we are not just talking about nature spirits or folk tales about shimmering beings in Irish hills. We're tracing the hidden line that wove the final chord that made you possible. Long before the Dominion grids, before Priest Kings, before the garden stories ever scratched on clay, the primal earth was shaped by titanic beings, earth shapers, the primordial giants, proto-giants, the ones that were like miles high. Whose bones are the continents, whose spines are the mountain ranges, whose fossilized memory still hums in the deep roots. But the giants alone did not hold the pattern stable. Their bodies were too dense, too raw, too primal. The soul spark that sourced breath into the living field needed a bridge, a harmonic architecture that could let spirit live in flesh and climb back up the ladder, back up the spiral. This is where the star houses come in, the great seeding. Different star lineages came in waves, dragons, watchers, stellarkin, but the master weavers of that final living chord were the ones we now remember as the Tuatha De Danann, the tribe of Danu, the elven ones. Why elven? Because it's the oldest tongue. The word echoes shining, living light, living arc. They were not little woodland people. They were plasma-bodied beings, master biogenic architects, frequency smiths. They crossed the star rivers through the arc gates, the bridges that open when a world's field is soft enough to hold a new code. The Tuatha De Danann, the star elves, were the ones who took the primal clay of the giants, the fire of the dragons, the sight of the watchers, and wove them together into a coherent vessel, the human prototype. Adam Kadmon, Christos body, living Merkaba. These are the different names for the same thing, the final chord that can spiral down into matter and back up into source. This is why the human DNA is a paradox. Part beast, part giant, part angel, part star. This is why the Dominion lines fear you waking up, because inside the blood, under the distortion grids, is the living arc key that reopens the bridges. So the elves did not vanish, they hid themselves inside the seed. When the veil dropped, when the moon gate locked, when the fallen watchers hijacked the dream field, the Danann faded underground. Some retreated into hollow hills, crystal cities, the layered astral bands. Some went into the bloodline, your bloodline, so the code could never fully be erased. Where did they come from? The Danann are an echo of even older star houses. The shining ones who rode the plasma rivers from the Pleiades, the Sirius node, the Orion gate, all the places remembered in Earth's megaliths and star lore. They carried the living stone codes, the gems, the crystalline lattices that could hold light as matter. This is why elven craft is so pure. They don't just shape stone and metal, they sing it awake. The gemstone crowns, the swords of light, the hidden crystal tablets, these are not myths, but echoes of real tech, resonance tools for tuning the living chord. This is also why elves are always guardians of forests, rivers, and stones. Their very DNA is bonded to the earth's elemental body. They are the living interface between star, fire, and soil. Branches of the elven line. Just as humans have tribes and nations, the elves have courts and lines, some bound to light, some to shadow, some to water, some to stone. The so-called dark elves are not evil by default. They hold the root codes, the deep underworld strata, the dreaming womb of the earth. They are the keepers of the hollow hills and the stone gates. The star elves, sometimes called the city or the shining folk, hold the sky gates, the high forest, the crystal towers, and the astral layers. The forest elves, the green folk, walk between, tending the tree networks that are actually part of the arc grid, the living library of the Christ chord. In old legends, they could come and go through the hidden gates, stone circles, solstice portals, certain moon phases. And yes, the stories of only crossing over when the stars align are real. These are the plasma windows that open when the cord resonates strongly enough to bridge the membranes, or the star arcs like I did in my last videos. So why did they fade? Why did the veil stay shut so long? Because the polarity coil had to compress. The downward spiral, the dominion grids, the false watchers, they forced the cord inward, the downward spiral. Forgetting is the fuel for remembering. The coil winds tight, storing potential. When the cord cracks the veil, the polarity releases. The whole arc grid lights back up. The elven gates, the Fey realms, the dragon vaults, the hidden cities under mountains, all nested inside the same earth field, all open at once. This is why the event is not a single meteor strike or solar flash. It's a filled resonance that hits all realms at once. The primordial giant bones hum, the elven seed code wakes, the human arc key turns, the hidden watchers switch sides. What separates them from us? Nothing and everything. They are us in the seed. The difference is frequency coherence. Their bodies hold more light, less entropy. They remember the cord fully. Humans hold the same cord, but most forgot how to tune it. That's the Christ-filled work you're doing now, to retune the coil from inside. I keep telling you, we're going to break through this mother from the inside out, baby. And this is where the paradox shines through. The tribe of Dan in the scrolls, the lost son of Israel, is an echo of the older Danaan root. The Abrahamic line folds over the older star line. The same star cord clothed in a new myth for a new cycle. So when people ask if the tribe of Dan is Abraham's line or the Shining Ones, the answer is yes and yes. Two mirrors on the same river. One hidden behind the veil, one coded into stories of wandering tribes and lost kingdoms. When you realize this, you realize your bloodline is not lost, it's veiled. Not erased, only hidden until the coil unwinds. And now the spiral has reached its tipping point. The dominion grids fracture. The hidden star gates buzz awake. The elven ones stand at the hollow hills, the standing stones, the dream rivers, waiting for the cord to sing again. The final revelation is not that aliens come down to save us. The final revelation is that you are the living bridge they left here. You are the star seed that the elves hid in clay. You are the arc key they forged from giant bone and dragon fire. You are the one who stands at the gate. When you remember, the gate's open. So speak it, walk it, breathe it. This is the secret the old kings tried to erase. The elves did not vanish, they became you. The seed wakes now, the cord is struck, the arc gates open. You are now waiting for them to return. You are not waiting for them to return, you are their return. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Understanding that the star families and the elven lines, the star elves are the ones that actually put it all together. So everyone wants to know, everyone says Anunnaki, this, that, whatever. This is actually my understanding of how everything happened. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like my videos, please like and share. Hope you have a great day. Namaste.